What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Frosty Chicken Football. That's right, we finally found a name, and
Uh huh.
it's probably going to stick. We'll see. I mean, it's fine
We
for right
love it.
now. I don't mind it. I think it has a
It's
bit of a
so
ring
good.
to it.
Yeah. Uh huh.
but
Unique for sure.
for sure, yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're going to go over stuff similar to that we did on, was it last Thursday or Friday when we did the last one? I think it was Friday, right? That was the
Think it
first
was
podcast we did.
Friday. Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah, but I mean, we're gonna go through similar stuff, some upcoming games, go through some predictions, some player rankings we have. We're also gonna look at the power rankings that the NFL posted and
Yeah.
a
Uh
bunch of
huh.
consensus. And then yeah, we got hate watch, a bunch of other stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, kick us off, Bullich.
Yeah. So first thing, we just got to talk about Monday. Who would have thought? Absolutely opposite of both me and Seth's
Absolutely,
predictions. Commanders, Jaden Daniels, Bill, whatever was going on, fumbled, sold the game. Basically the
so
exact
shit.
opposite of what happened last week when
Yeah,
last year when they got a miracle win in the last minute.
that was
And then
insane.
Falcons BTA on the Bills. I love to see it.
That was
Definitely didn't
great.
think it was going to happen, but I enjoyed every minute of it. So, super
Yeah.
cool. I don't know what you thought, Seth, if it
I
was
mean,
similar.
as a Josh Allen owner in one of my leagues, I had a big point lead. I had Odunze and Allen up like 50 points, and then he had Bijan, so I already won. And Bijan did have a great game, but I mean, it was honestly very surprising to see how well the Falcons handled the Bills. I mean, the Bills got manhandled,
Hmm.
and I do think it is a little bit misleading because I think just because of how many injuries the Bills did pick up in that game, with like some of the people on their O line, definitely affected the game a bit. But I don't know. The Falcons' defense looked amazing. I mean, they
It
stopped
did.
the reigning MVP like it was nothing. Like he was like a Geno Smith or something. So who knows how they're going to turn out?
Yeah, I know. I think the Falcons are definitely a little sneaky. I think that Panthers loss, everyone's like, oh, it's same old Falcons. But now they're putting together a couple decent wins, and I
For
think
sure.
they're sneaky, probably a dark horse that can make a run. Definitely can snag a wild card pick. I mean, a wild
Definitely.
card spot. So,
Yeah, I mean, they definitely look like they're locked back in. I mean, Bijan played amazing. He's so good. It's so fun to
mhm,
watch him play. He's so agile. His cutting ability and just stopping is one of the best I've seen watching football. It's
yeah.
just crazy. And then, like, the Bills, though, on the other hand, I mean, two straight losses to teams that everyone thought wasn't going to be good. And to me, I think the biggest problem I saw in the game on Monday that really stuck out was how bad their wide receiver core is. I mean,
Yeah,
they scored, what, 14 points, I think? And yeah,
think
James
so.
Cook didn't have a great game, but I mean, Josh Allen has nobody to throw to. I mean, you can't rely on Shakir and some other people, like some of the tight ends, even like Knox or Kincaid. When while they're good players, you still need like a good target. They're all like a tight end two at best, maybe on another team, or wide receiver two or three. I mean, yeah, you just
Yeah.
can't have backup almost type players to be your supporting, to like be your main cast who's supposed to get the ball
Hmm.
from Allen. So same Bills. It looks like I think they're not gonna make it far in the playoffs. It's gonna be a loss to the Chiefs again, probably.
That's my take every year. I'm telling
Yeah.
our Bills fan friend, it's just like the Bills are great. Josh Allen plays like an
Mhm.
MVP. Like, but the problem is it's just Josh Allen.
Exactly.
And when you get to playoffs, which I'm sure we all know they're probably going to be back in
Definitely.
playoffs,
Yeah.
the problem is you have to win 4 games unless you get the bye back to back to back to back to win
Mhm.
the Super Bowl. And that means Josh Allen versus the top tier teams in the NFL
Yeah.
is going to have to play even beyond MVP caliber to
For sure.
win 4 games in a row. And yes, he's probably going to win one or two, but the chances of him playing like best top of all time quarterback 4 times in a row, and that's just the problem. They need to give him some help, and
Yeah.
they're not, and they just keep relying on Josh Allen. So,
And they can't even rely on their defense in the playoffs. Their defense is maybe worse than their wide receiver room. I mean, teams are just destroying them. I mean, Bijan ran through them like it was easy. And yes, he's a great
mhm,
player, but to put up 230 yards, that's definitely like a special performance. And I don't know, the Bills team got to figure it out because they didn't look good against the Patriots either. Yes, it is a divisional game, but still, you can't lose to a team that is below you and that you've owned for a while like that.
mhm, I completely agree. And I mean, same thing with Commanders. I
Yeah,
mean, Bears. It's just I think it's these teams that I was very surprised that the Bears played well. I think it says
yeah,
more
me
about that the
too.
Bears are kind of sneaky good. A lot of people were kind of ruling them out, but
Hmm.
I think, like, obviously the Commanders should have still won that game, but the
For
Bears were
sure.
in it and they won it and they ran away with it. And now it's the
Yeah.
Commanders letting them hang in the game longer than they probably should have.
For sure. I do think it's so funny too that Debo Samuel lost another game to Jake Moody. for all the times they lost to the
hilarious.
Niners because he missed
It's
it. Oh, it was
hilarious.
so funny to see.
He
He
was
probably
like-
hates him.
He was like, "What the heck?"
You
But
can't escape him. It's bad.
It's so funny. I would be livid. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Sure. They will get Terry back though. I saw he was practicing, so it
I
looks
did
like he's
too.
trying to make a return. It does suck that they lost Noah Brown. He's definitely one of their sneaky receivers, but having Debo and then also McLaurin back, that's a great duo. One of the better
I
ones in
think
the
it is.
NFL, I think, and it's definitely under the radar too. I think
Yeah, I
they're
think
definitely
so.
going to excel when they're together.
People already ranked it as one of the better duos in the NFL back when Debo was kind of in a little bit of a slump in his career, and now he's playing very well. And you
For
add
sure.
Terry back to that. I mean, the amount of coverage Debo's already drawing, it's going to be so hard, and Terry's going to be all by himself out there with man on man, or they're going to have to do the same to Debo. So I think
For
it's
sure.
going to be incredible. It's going to kickstart their offense back to kind of what we were seeing last year.
For sure. It just kind of feels like people forgot about Terry a bit. I mean, yeah, he's been out and didn't have a great start, but last year he was a great receiver. He was very dependable. He and Jaden Daniels had a great connection, so I'm excited to see how they'll do the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I think they're going to come back
Definitely, yeah.
rocking. So
Sure. Oh,
look at some of the power.
Yeah,
What?
like we just said, yeah, let's look at some of the power rankings. And yeah, we decided to pull one about some ones like taking in a bunch of people's opinions, not just NFL, not just like the one from Fox or Brady's, even though he doesn't like top 10. So we felt this one was like pretty accurate, and then obviously we're still going to go through some plays.
Yeah, I
some
mean, this is the
teams.
one by the NFL that they post themselves. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you
okay.
start from the bottom.
yeah,
Go.
the
Alright,
bottom
sweet.
sounds good. We'll scroll
like
past
that.
this, get to that later. So, yeah, first Jets.
Typical.
I just need to like pull up these bottom three teams.
Yeah,
I
they're
just
going.
like being a Miami fan is bad, but it's like I
Even
get we
worse.
haven't won a playoff game like in 20 something years now, and it's the longest drought, but like at least we have exciting seasons. I mean, the Jets have been the worst team in the NFL every year for like
So bad.
years. It's so bad. And I mean, I think Fields is one of the better quarterbacks they've had, and I don't think they're going
Saying
0-17. But it's just I just feel bad for Garrett Wilson, to be honest.
Hey, he's not playing this week in the next couple weeks because he picked up a knock, which I think he definitely did pick up a knock, but I also think he's just tired of this team and he needs a little mental break. And I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, actually, as you'll see later, the Jets are one of my teams on my hate watch just because Garrett Wilson is out, and I just want to see how bad they play. So it shows the Jets how bad they actually need to get Wilson involved. But more on that later for sure.
Yeah, I think so, for sure. Tennessee Titans, I actually think they're going to be a little bit better because they did just fire their head coach. I mean, they deserve to be here. At least they have a quarterback. That's something the Jets don't have, and the Browns don't really look like they have.
Nope,
I
not
mean,
at all.
Cam Ward's not playing like MVP caliber, but his throws are on the money. He's not just throwing picks all day. So,
Ward has logged interception 4 straight games. Yeah. However, it's not like there's these horrible ones. I know one of them was off like Eye Manner's hand, so stuff like that you got to take into perspective. And yeah, I mean the Titans. I don't know. Teams do love to win whenever they get a new coach the first game, so I would honestly be taking whoever they're playing and that they're going to beat them because teams love to do that. Who knows why?
yeah.
But I would not be surprised.
Next is the Browns and my Dolphins. They actually play each other this week.
Oh wow, bottom feeder battle.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We can start with the Browns. They have a
Yeah.
good defense, kind of like always. I mean, but their offense just can't seem to get things going. And I think
For
it's kind of similar to the Jets, where they don't really have anybody good on offense other than maybe their new rookie, Quinshon Judkins. But other than that, it's just even Dylan Gabriel. I mean, I don't think he deserves all the hate. Like, I think,
His team just
That-
sucks.
yeah, I don't think Shador Sanders was
He's
in
not the
there.
answer.
But
Yeah.
yeah, as you can see right here, the analyst says it would be the same if Shador Sanders were in there. maybe worse, which I probably agree with. But
It's crazy how much glaze that man gets for literally just being a backup, for being a fourth
yeah,
string at some point. Like, he was never that standout in college, in my opinion. He just had a good team around him, and his dad was coaching him, so of course they're going to glaze whatever he did. But I mean, yeah, the Browns are probably going to lose this next week and the next couple, so they're nothing to think about.
I completely agree. And
Same with
this
the
is the
Dolphins.
this is well, like the Browns and Dolphins can't both lose this weekend, but
They might
I
might
think
find a way.
yeah, I think there's definitely a cutoff like right here. Like these bottom teams are like bottom feeders.
Mhm.
But I think like the Dolphins are a little different in the fact that they do have stars kind of around
For
their
sure.
team. They just love to lose, and all their games have been really close. Other than the Colts, they haven't gotten blown out at all, and they played some good teams like the
Yeah.
Bills, and they played the Chargers. And I mean, they played the Patriots too, which are looking like a pretty good team now.
Yeah, they're 4-2
So
now.
yeah, so I mean, I think like I think the Dolphins are kind of just upset, like that kind of
Yes,
team that's
exactly.
1-5, but you can't not take them seriously because you have A-Chain, you have Waddle, Waller's playing great. Tua does he's better than Dylan Gabriel and some of these other guys, and he can make plays, but
Debatable.
hey, whoa there,
Debatable.
whoa there, well that's a little crazy.
Tua turned the ball over. I don't know about that.
Tua led the NFL in passing yards once upon a time. I don't think Dylan Gabriel's quite
That's when he had
quite
Tyreek in his
comparable.
prime, and he was shoveling it off to A-Chan, and A-Chan was running for 70-yard touchdowns against the Broncos.
Excuses.
Let's get to the next
Anyways,
team.
but
Okay. There's no way the
um,
Raiders should be above the Dolphins. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not just glazing because you're a Dolphins fan. Like, the Dolphins have some upset potential. The Raiders are so shit. Like, they beat the Titans, and, like,
I don't. Yeah,
the
the
Raiders should be
Titans.
below. The Dolphins have had close games against all the teams they've lost to have winning records, actually?
Um,
Bills, Patriots, Panthers. Who's they play? Colts, Chargers. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, all of them have winning records. You can't
Yeah.
say, and they've all been close games because of the Colts too. So I don't know.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I just think the Dolphins kind of got unlucky. Like obviously,
Mhm.
I'm not saying they're good, but they should probably be more of a 3-3 team right now rather than a 1-5 team. But
There's some tough breaks.
yeah, so I don't really want to talk about the Raiders.
Skip
They're just
them. Skip them.
yeah, honestly, the Bengals are kind of interesting. I just think.
Yeah.
But the problem is that they dropped 4 straight now. They started off 2-0, and Flacco made them look better. But at this rate, I don't think they're gonna rush Joe Burrow to get back just for the
For sure.
outside chance of making the playoffs. So I feel bad for Chase. I feel bad for Higgins, but I don't know. Terrible
Another Bengals
defense.
Season. Yep.
Yeah.
Terrible O line, and yeah, they're not going to do anything against the Steelers.
Mhm.
Who came off flying after the Bengals game, after the Browns game. The Giants
This-
are 26th.
I
I do
mean,
remember seeing that this morning actually, and I was kind of surprised by that. I mean, they just beat the Eagles.
I think it is overreaction. I mean, they've also dropped a few games,
They
so
did lose to the Saints.
I
yeah.
think if they pull up and they keep playing well, and then they show that like this Scadaboo, this electric performance against the Eagles is actually
Mhm.
who they are and not just what they can do, I think they're gonna fly up the rankings. But
Sure.
right now, I mean, some of these teams that we're gonna go to, it's gonna be hard to put them ahead of.
Yeah,
but
for sure. They need
I mean,
another.
they
win or
probably should
two.
be ahead of the Saints, but
Yeah, I think so.
it's a little bit crazy in my opinion. But I guess they're professionals. But
Mhm.
I don't know. What do you think on the Saints?
It's weird because I think Spencer Rattler hasn't been that bad of a QB, and I think the Saints as a team haven't been too bad. They just can't finish the games. I mean, they were close with the Patriots, they were close to the Bills too, but they just couldn't finish it at the end. They were leading in both those games at some points. So I don't know, it's just tough. And they did beat the Giants, which I think back to the Giants. I think if they win another week or two, I think their rankings shoot up at least. I think the NFL put them 10 positions higher. Honestly, I would not be
Yeah,
surprised if they
I
beat
completely
because they play
agree.
the Broncos team, which I think they have a chance of beating for how the Broncos played the week prior. I would not be surprised if the Giants pull this up and they shoot up the rankings.
Yeah, I agree. Cardinals are next. I think this is actually a perfect spot for
I
them
was literally
because
about to say that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's they have good players. They can compete with anybody, but it's a game that some of the top teams shouldn't drop at all. So
For sure.
I mean, I don't know if Brissett. I think Brissett's gonna get another week, so
think so,
that should be
yeah.
kind of
So we'll
cool to
see.
see what he does. because I think he definitely kind of brought the offense to life. So
Hate watch brewing for Kyler Murray, maybe.
yeah, for
Interesting.
sure. Baltimore Ravens probably should be lower at least right now, but
Yeah, they look abysmal. I mean, yes, they don't have Lamar and they have some injuries, but I mean, either Lamar is that good or the Ravens team is just really bad this year. And I'm
yeah,
not sure. They have a long way to go and they still have some tough teams they got to play. I could see them miss the playoffs because of how bad they've started.
I
Would not
think
be
they have
surprised.
a. It's kind of like every other season. They have a season like this, then next year they're gonna have 2 losses. So
Yeah,
it's just it's kind of crazy. But I mean, 1-5. I mean, that's the same as the Dolphins.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
and I would say like right now the Dolphins team probably looks better than the Ravens. Is that a hot take? I mean, obviously
Uh,
Lamar Jackson once he comes in, but
he is
like
back this week.
better
If
receiver core, better running back, better defense is a kind of wash, but I think that Dolphins have some stars that make plays. But
that is
Cowboys
Cowboys.
top top 3 offense, bottom
Oh,
3 defense.
absolutely.
That's kind of the Cowboys in
I
a
think
nutshell.
it fits right where they are. I mean, they haven't closed out those big games when they need to. Similar to how the Cardinals were. They're definitely a better team than the Cardinals, but I
Hmm.
mean, their defense has to figure it out. If their defense would figure it out, they'd be a very good team. However, they're just so abysmal and so shit that the Cowboys just are into shootouts, just how the Bengals were last year, and they're just going to keep losing because their
Yeah,
defense can't make a stop, even against Bryce Young.
yeah. I mean they're 2-3-1 though, so they're in the picture, which is very interesting. But
They do have
three,
CD
and,
back too.
I think this is a little high for the Panthers,
I think
just to
it's
be
fitting just
honest.
because the Cowboys are
But
22nd. I think you have to put them right above the Cowboys.
they did just win.
Hmm.
That's fair. And I mean they have back-to-back wins now,
Yeah,
and
they're
Rico
3-3.
Dowdle's
It's not bad.
yeah. So yeah, I mean I don't know if there's anything else you want to say. They're
I
just an
mean,
up-and-coming team,
yeah,
but
we'll talk more about the Panthers later, anyways, with their running back situation. So yeah, we don't
hmm
gotta say too much about them right now.
Houston Texans. I think this is kind of an underrated team right now. I think they kind of started off 0-3, and that was a little rough for them,
Hmm.
but they have a very good defense, um, and I think their offense is it's very similar to the Broncos. Definitely not as good as the Broncos, but they're in a similar situation where their offense is average,
Hmm.
um, and their defense is really good, and so they're always going to be in games.
For
And
sure.
the offense isn't get like C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins aren't going to have to go off to win every game.
Yeah, I did see a stat actually today, and yes, again, it is off a bye, but the Texans have the least points scored against them by like 20 or 30, which I was surprised to see because they played some tougher teams at the beginning too. So
Yeah,
their defense is under the radar. The Texans as a whole, once again, are under the radar for like a third straight year. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this team in a wild card spot at the end of the year. I think they'll definitely pick up some more wins and they'll beat some decent teams.
yeah, it's actually kind of surprising how good the South is. I mean, the fact
I
that
know.
this is the worst team. Well, I guess the Titans are terrible,
Titans, yeah,
but I mean, the Texans, Jaguars, and Colts are all actual legitimate wild card contenders,
for
and I
sure.
don't
Yeah.
think. I think most people thought of kind of like just the winner of that division would be the one that makes it in. But
Hmm.
Vikings are very interesting. I think it all depends on how this man right here plays because he's looked terrible except for one quarter.
One
He
quarter,
did play
yeah,
some
that's it.
decent defenses, so I don't want to be too hard on him. But
It's going to be a big week because it's gonna just see how he plays. I mean, they do play the
yeah,
Eagles, which is going to be very difficult.
hmm
I mean, we think so at least with the way the Eagles have been playing. We'll see, but it's going to be a tough environment for McCarthy to play in, especially coming off an injury. But who knows? He might be able to shine. I mean, they played a good Bears defense, and that's when he had an amazing quarter. So, I mean, we'll see. But the next 2 or 3 weeks are going to be very telling for how
yeah.
the rest of the season is going to go for him.
In my personal opinion, though, if he starts playing like something like Jackson Dart or starts playing very well, I think this Vikings team becomes a top 10 team. In my opinion, I mean they have a good record, but we'll have to see.
Well,
That's a little bit.
exactly.
That's a pretty big stretch for him to be playing that well. But
Yeah.
Bears, I don't know. We've kind of already talked about the
Yeah,
Bears.
I
They're
think
kind
it's a
of
fitting spot. Yeah, I mean, nothing
yeah,
really
not.
more to say than we already did.
Hmm
Except that
Foul.
Odunze should have had a way better fantasy day. So for all y'all that are nervous about it or like trying to sell him, he had a TD called back that should not have been called back because it wasn't actually the formation. And then what's his name? The dude that paints his nails, the quarterback, Caleb Williams, overthrew him 3 times on deep shots that were just horrible misses. So if he catches those from Williams not overthrowing him and gets a touchdown, he has a 30-point game. So I'm starting him actually in my league again because I think he's going to go crazy, especially with some injuries that the Bears are having lately, and especially if DJ Moore's not going to be playing.
I completely agree. Falcons, kind of just talked about them. Very good defense under the radar. I don't know if you guys have anything. London's looking great.
Bijan and London are looking amazing. I mean, they're heart of the team right now. I mean, even during the game, they were talking about how Bijan's the captain already, and it's his third year, and he's a great dude to be around. I mean, even seeing some interviews, he just seems like a genuine dude and just like a fun dude to be around. And I mean, I'd want to get behind him too. He's running great. He's a beast. He's a great leader. So I think the Falcons are just going to keep trending up for the 2 games they've had in the past 2 weeks. Well, discounting their bye, but yeah, I think they're going to keep rising.
Yeah, Patriots, super exciting team, I think. Definitely. It's kind of, as much as I hate the Patriots, they're very likable. I think everyone's kind of amazed that they're already like back to a likable team, but it's a likable team. It's fun to watch them. They have some decent receivers. They have a decent defense, and their quarterback's playing incredible.
For sure. I mean, I saw this a couple times, but he's an MVP candidate right now, and he has been playing amazing. He put up a great performance last week, and against the Bills, he played well when it mattered most, and he beat the MVP. I mean, that's what you hope for out of your second-year player, too, which is just crazy. And then, of course, Kayshon Boutte and then Stephon Diggs, too, have been pretty solid receiving. For those of you that do have Diggs in fantasy, he had a couple of calls that got called back that should have been catches for him, and he would have had a great fantasy week if those would have stuck. So, again, nothing to worry about there. And the Patriots are also an exciting team, similar to the Falcons, I think, except maybe not as good as a defense, maybe a better offense.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest thing with the Patriots is if Ramondre Stevenson, tears an ACL, I think they jump up to top 10.
Absolutely.
But, yeah. Next is 49ers. I think this is a little low. I get that they're pretty injured, but I think they're 4-2. It's a pretty good record, and I mean, their entire team's injured, and I know Fred Warner is now, out for the season, but they're getting people like Kittle and Ayuk back.
Exactly.
This is the worst they're going to be. If they're in 4-2 at their worst, you can't be putting them all the way down at rank 15. But That's my personal take. But
no, I agree. I think they're very low for competing against a Bucs team too.
Yeah, they lost to the Bucs.
But the Bucs are one of the best teams in the NFL right now.
They're ranked number 1. You can't dock them for losing to the Bucs. I don't know.
Exactly.
But
they beat the Rams too. The Rams are ahead of them.
Yeah, 100%. Here's the Chargers.
I think this is fair.
Yeah.
They had a good start. Rough middle with some injuries, but I mean, they had a bounce back game against the Dolphins a little bit. Definitely some scare, but hey, they still won. Herbert played way better, had some MVP throws that Chargers fans are going to want to see. But I mean, I think it's going to be a good game against the Colts, actually. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to watch that game.
I agree. That'll be an exciting game. Jacksonville Jaguars, I kind of like this spot for them.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the biggest thing with them is if they can learn how to, get Travis Hunter and BTJ both involved, Definitely. I think they're going to be a great team. But they're still working on that.
They're such an athletic and good receiver duo, and they're super young too. I mean, Hunter's so fast too. If Lawrence can try to connect with him on some deep shots too, or even some quick cutter cross routes, I mean, he's going to tear through the defense. They just got to get him more involved, I think.
I completely agree. Next, we have the Commanders. Kind of already talked about them. I think this is pretty fair for them.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they're still a great team. They just kind of blew a couple games that they should not have.
Definitely the Bears game.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is pretty fair. I mean, it looked terrible. I mean, I think they're still one of the best teams. I think they are. I think their offense has kind of struggled against the Jets, but I don't think that their offense is going to look like that every week. So,
definitely, yeah, I think they hopefully will have a bounce back week, but I think it could be a closer game against the Giants than people are thinking.
I agree. Top 10, Steelers.
We made the top 10 this week. When I saw these come out, I couldn't believe we made the top 10. Because, yes, we're 4-1, but we've also played some shitters like the Browns. But, I mean, hey, our offense isn't looking too bad right now, which I'm very happy to see. But, again, I'm very pessimistic just because of how we started last year and how we ended. So, a little bit nervous with that. I think we definitely should give belt to ass to the Bengals this week, though. I mean, it's the uncool 40 versus 41-year-old, so we should have that, though.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think the biggest thing about the Steelers is they're the king of pulling through close games. So,
I do think we're
kind of their identity. I agree. I think 4-1, though. I think it's the same thing with the Colts. It's still hard to believe in them, but
exactly
4-1 is 4-1. So
for sure.
Chiefs 3-3. Don't think they should be all the way back up here just because they.
I don't know.
I mean,
looked
they
good
did
against
beat the Lions.
They looked
That
really good against the Lions. I'm not
that's
gonna lie.
true. I forgot who
And
they
they
played
had
for a moment. I was kind of a lapse.
and they
Now that
get
I'm thinking
Rasheed
about it,
back. I think they should be
and
higher than ninth. Honestly, I'm not even kidding.
really, yeah, I guess they do get Rasheed Rice back too. That's a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, maybe I'm just being a hater, tired of the Chiefs.
No, yeah.
But yeah, no. Let's see who's
They're
ahead of
good.
them. Yeah, Colts.
I think
Probably
there's
should be
gonna be
behind the Colts, but there's some other teams up here they should probably be ahead of. I agree.
like the
And
Eagles.
yeah, Patrick Mahomes looked like an MVP,
He looked
and
amazing. Yeah.
if
I
he's
don't
gonna play
that
like
one.
MVP, then
Yeah.
they're best. They're a good team. Next, Colts.
I mean, their
I don't
offense
even
is
know.
looking great. JT
Mhm.
is tearing it. Daniel Jones did have a bad interception, but he still looked good the rest of the game. And then getting Josh Downs back and more involved looks really good too. Looks like a good fantasy option too. So
Yeah.
we'll see where that goes. But yeah, the Chargers game I think will be a better game than a lot of people are thinking. I think it's going to be a close game, but I do think the Colts will still win this.
I think so. Yeah, definitely the surpriser of the year so far.
Definitely.
Next is the Rams. I think this is fair for them. I mean, they're gonna have a rough time winning the next couple weeks without Puka, I think.
Yeah.
But they got a great coach, and
Mhm.
Stafford's playing fantastic. So
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's a fair spot for them.
I think so too.
Eagles
This
probably should
year.
be lower.
Definitely should be lower. I think they should be ninth, maybe Chiefs eighth. Move every team up a bit, take them to ninth. I mean, they lost two straight. One to the Broncos, but one to the Giants too. And they looked horrible in the second half of the Broncos game, and then the entire game of the Giants. I just think you can't have them this high.
Yeah, I agree, and it's not like their other games were incredible wins either. That's the thing.
Exactly,
I feel
yeah.
like they've had a lot of kind of iffy wins, but I mean, they are the Super Bowl champions, and so I think gotta cut them a little bit of slack. But I think if they drop this week, they're gonna have to fly down.
For sure, yeah. They gotta figure some stuff out. Packers, I think
Um,
that's fair at fifth. They've looked pretty solid. Their defense
They
is
have.
pretty solid too.
I agree.
Some questionable stuff from Jordan Love sometimes, and yes, they did tie against the Cowboys and lost to the Browns, but those are hiccups that are going to happen with a younger team. But I think fifth is a perfect spot for them.
I agree. Bills, they should probably also maybe move down a bit, but I think
so,
they've also
too.
looked really good at times. But
Mhm.
I think like maybe Packers and maybe like Rams and maybe like Chiefs should maybe be ahead of them.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be a good spot, and the Colts too. But yeah, I think maybe like a six, maybe like a seven. I almost said 6 or 7.
Yeah.
It's so bad if we did another 6-7 episode. But I think legit a 6 or a 7 would be a good spot for the Bills right now.
Seahawks. I think this is fair. It's
surprising
crazy
to see,
seeing
but
them
it's
as
right.
high as they are, but I mean it's correct. Darnold and JSN is looking incredible. With some of the injuries, I think is now until Puka gets back the best wide receiver quarterback duo, and they have a
For
fantastic defense. So
Definitely. I mean, they lost to a good team. They lost to the Bucks, who's number 1 right now. They beat the Steelers, who's 4-1. They beat the Jags, who's 4-2. So they've played some good teams, and I think it's a fair ranking. I know a lot of Seahawks fans are surprised looking through like some of the Twitter comments under the NFL post, but I think it's a fair ranking. They deserve it. They've done very
Yeah.
well so far.
I mean you can't argue with it. They've
Mhm.
proven and they look like the best. They passed the eye
Yeah.
test for sure. And I think these top two teams. I mean,
I think
talk
it's
about the
pretty fair,
Lions
yeah.
first. Yeah, honestly, they did drop one to the Chiefs, but they're such a complete team still, and they have such great coaching. Easily a top 3 team.
They'll bounce back, whoever it is, and they're
Mhm.
going to most likely kill whoever it is. They're going to run the score up as much as they can if they're playing a bottom feeder. Campbell loves to do that after a bad loss,
Yeah.
so
That's the Lions in a nutshell.
definitely. They did talk about splitting the backfield more, which we'll talk about in a bit, but that'll be interesting to see how it goes. But let's move on to the Bucks. I mean,
And I think
first.
there's actually a pretty big gap between the Bucks and everyone else in the NFL
I think
right
so
now.
too right now. I think
They
there's
have
a big
that-
gap between
I
Baker
think-
and everyone else too.
They have that dog in them. They're like
Absolutely.
kind of reminds you of Brady and some of these all-time greats, like how Aaron Rodgers used to play in the day, where if it's a close game, they're making the plays every single week in, week out. So fun to watch.
And
All
they
their
had
receivers
nobody.
are gone,
Yeah.
and they're still playing incredible. Wait till they get Bucky, and wait till they have a healthy Bucky, a healthy Evans, Godwin, and Igbuka back,
It's an
and
insane offense. That's one of the best
Baker's
offenses in the
still
league.
healthy. Yeah, that's if Baker keeps playing like he is with those 3 wide receivers, how are you going to cover all 3?
Exactly. There's no one
Chris
that's gonna
Godwin
stop
is a
that.
wide receiver 3.
That's insane.
He was a
yeah.
good wide receiver 1 before he got hurt last year.
Yeah, he was. I forgot about this, but before he got hurt, he was the wide receiver 1 in fantasy, which I completely forgot about that until I saw it earlier today.
He was averaging like 30 points a game,
It's
and
insane.
now he's going to be the wide receiver 3. It's looking like when he gets back, and they're going to have to worry about Egbuka and Evans. Oh, give me a break.
It's gonna be tough. They're clear number 1 for sure.
I think so. Yeah, went through that. Definitely debriefed all the teams pretty well.
Definitely, yeah. Let's look at our predictions from last week. I mean, we can just briefly mention it, but we are going to be keeping track of our records each week just to compare and see how accurate we were. And I mean, for this week, I was 10-4. I lost the Monday night games, the Sunday night game, and I forget the other one, some random. Oh, the Titans Raiders game. But
Yep.
for the most part, I was pretty right. I was happy with my
Yeah, you were very
predictions.
good. I missed a couple more. Both of them were close, but I picked the Dolphins. They lost by a point last second. Kind of sold that, to be honest. Talk about that later, but I'm not embarrassed by the pick. He said they're going to BTA, and it was going to be crazy, run the score up. It was Dolphins basically kind of had the control of the game for a lot of it. So, and then what was the other one? Oh, I picked Cowboys. I thought the Cowboys were going to beat the Panthers, and you got that one right. Good for you. It was very close.
It was
not
close,
like both of the games that we flipped. It was literally one score field goal.
Exactly,
So,
yeah. Pretty good.
if you want to pull up the schedule, kind of look at what we're looking at,
Yeah,
make some
so
predictions.
upcoming schedule, like we said, the first game is going to be the Steelers and the Bengals, which, like we already mentioned, the Steelers should win this game. I mean, I don't really have any doubt in my team right now. I'm feeling pretty confident for how we've been playing against the Browns, so I think we should beat a shitty Bengals team. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think the Steelers have it. I mean, I think again, the AFC North is, it's like this is the easiest. Like I could see easily the Bengals winning this, but I think the Steelers have it. I think the Steelers do, but I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I agree.
We love to lose those games though, but I think this year, I think we're looking a little bit more organized. I don't think we're going to lose these games quite yet into the season, but if this game was 2 or 3 weeks later, I think we drop this game. I'm not even kidding.
I agree. I just think the Steelers are a very complete team, and the Bengals are kind of struggling. So I think the Steelers are going to pull through.
Rams, Jags.
Rams, Jaguars. Yeah,
Who do you
it's
have?
going to be exciting. It's actually really hard.
I know. It is very difficult.
I'm actually going to pick the Jaguars just because the Rams are probably not going to have Puka.
Yeah.
I think I have to pick the Jags, and they've beat the Chiefs, who just looked great against the Lions. So I think the Jags definitely have it in them. I think that defense is going to make it really hard without Puka for the Rams to stretch the field. I think it's going to be close, but I think the Jags, they also got it to Brian Thomas Jr. last week, and I think once that starts to open up, the Jags are going to be a really incredible team. So
Definitely. Yeah, and it's just like the Rams only scored 14 against a terrible Ravens defense, so I don't know how they're going to do against a Jaguars team that's like has a very solid defense and beat the Chiefs. So I definitely am going to take the Jags in here. I did forget though, it is one of the Europe games, which doesn't really matter that much, but
hey, that's a home game for the Jags.
Yeah, I completely
For
forgot
the London
that
team.
it was going to be it. But yeah, Saints and Bears. This is
Trap game.
You think a trap game?
I'm calling it.
Ooh.
I think Saints. I'm picking Saints. I think that this is Olave's breakout game. I think so. He's apparently he's the highest wide receiver in points expected for how much targets. He's he's getting like at least 10 targets a game, if not more. He's like basically the same as Puka, except he's not finding it as deep. But last game, Spencer Rattler was looking a little bit better, and he was starting to find Olave down the field. I think versus this Bears team, I think the Saints are going to come out on top, and I think that Olave is going to have a big game.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
I think the Bears are going to build on their momentum of a shitty game. I mean, they got lucky with the Commanders turning the ball over, but I think they're going to do pretty good against the Saints. I think Odunze, as you'll see later, is going to have a great game. I think Swift might even have a pretty good game, but yeah, I think the Bears should win this. But on to the Patriots and Titans. I mean, I think the Patriots handle them. There's no way.
This is my other trap game, actually.
But yeah, the coach thing though. I think the Titans
It's
might
the
win
coach
this.
thing.
Yeah,
I
the
think
Titans
I'm
might
picking
win
the Titans. It's just everything lines up. I also think Alec Ayomanor. I think this could be a huge game for him because the coaches could finally
Yeah.
just. I mean, if you're coming into this situation as bad as it is, you're giving the rookie lots of targets. You're just trying to make something happen, and I think this is the kind of game where the Titans just. I think the Patriots just kind of don't shake the Titans, and they don't quite run away with it. At the end, the Titans make the plays and they win.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Now
I'm taking the Titans.
Oh, man, it's so difficult. Like I said before, like the coaches, and I feel like I got to go with that stats. I mean, NFL teams are so weird with new coaches, and I think I'm going to pick the Titans here too. I think
Interesting.
they're just going to hang on, and they honestly might even have like a crazy just Cam Ward masterclass game. I don't know.
I think it gives the vibes of it with the Patriots and how they're like kind of looking so good and they're all likable and lovable and nothing's going wrong, and then all of a sudden the Titans beat them 32-15 or something. It'd be interesting, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. I think the Titans are going to pull out a close one, but those are my two upsets for sure.
Okay.
I think the Panthers are going to BTA the Jets. I think they just have to give it to Rico Dowdle and leave Chuba Hubbard on the bench, and it's GG's, and McMillan's looking great. The only thing is the Panthers have a terrible defense, so maybe Fields runs all over them. That's really the only way they lose, is if Fields becomes a running back, because he's not throwing it. I can tell you that much.
I think if they have Garrett Wilson, the Jets win this game. Since they don't, I think the Panthers give him BTA.
Okay, you go next.
Raiders Chiefs, I mean, this shouldn't be a question.
Trap game. I'm kidding.
No, there's no trap game with the Raiders. Belt to ass. Final say. I'm not talking about this game anymore. You can say who you want to win, but no more.
Chiefs are going to BTA. They own the AFC West. Until someone else wins the division, they own this division.
Yeah.
Dolphins, Browns. Dolphins are going to win.
We already talked about this. I agree. The Dolphins are going to take this game for sure.
I think the only reason that the Dolphins lose is because Quinshon Judkins is looking amazing and the Dolphins' run defense is...
Yep.
I mean, who's the last two star running backs that have had career days against us? Vidal and Rico Dowdle. So, put in a really good star running back that's been torching up good teams. Oh heavens! But I think the Dolphins are good enough that we can squeak one out. But
yeah, man, I actually have Quinshon Judkins as one of my players to watch for this week because, like you just said, how the run defense has been. I think he has a 30-point game. I think he tears it up, and whoever has him in fantasy is going to be very happy with that.
Yeah. What do you have for this next game?
I think the Eagles bounce back and win this game. I think McCarthy's not going to do good under the pressure the Eagles are going to bring. Through a couple of picks, I think Jefferson's going to be upset that he's not getting targets and catches like he did with Wentz, even though Wentz is shit. But yeah, I think the Eagles take this game pretty smoothly.
Yeah, I agree. I really want to pick the Vikings, but it's just I can kind of tell everyone's hating on Hurts, everyone's hating on Brown, and saying Barkley's all washed. I mean, it's still I think they're still good. They've had a couple bad weeks. Last year they probably have the best roster on paper in the NFL. So it's just
for sure,
yeah. I mean, I think this is that kind of game where they come back and they just look like the greatest show on turf. So. I agree. Next game, I'm picking the Broncos.
I'm picking the Broncos too. Yep.
Okay, I thought you were going to pick the Giants. You're saying they might win, but
I think the Broncos are going to have a bounce back game just because of the fact that Sean Payton's a great coach and he's going to have a great game plan against the Giants, who, yes, they might have momentum, but I think it's going to get snuffed out pretty quickly with how good the Broncos defense has been lately.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the reason the Broncos are so good is their defense is just incredible, and their offense with Sutton and Nixon. Whatever, probably should start Harvey, but whatever they're doing, I mean, they're going to score enough points to win.
For sure.
But, hey.
Never know.
It's the statement game for
both teams. It's a very important game. Colts Chargers. I mean, like we were talking about this game a bit, but I think the Colts, going to be on Jonathan Taylor's back, and he's going to just run and run and run. And I think Daniel Jones will have another decent game. He's going to spread the wealth. A lot of people are going to get catches, maybe a touchdown from Josh Downs again. I think the Colts should take this one. The Chargers, just because the Chargers have been banged up lately.
Yeah, they just haven't passed the eye test, and beating the Dolphins does not count as passing the eye test, especially with the last-minute field goal, because Jalen Phillips can't make a freaking tackle. But we'll get to that later.
Packers Cardinals. This one, when I saw this one, I thought this could be actually an interesting game if Jacoby Brissett's playing. I think if Kyler's
I
playing, the
agree.
Packers give belt to ass. Jacoby Brissett with the Cardinals could be an interesting game, but I still will take the Packers.
Yeah, me too. We're very similar. I think the only disagreement we've had so far is I'm taking the Saints over the Bears.
Yeah, that's been the only
Other
one.
than that, I think
Yeah, the rest of
we've
it.
been exactly the same. We're both taking Jags, right?
Yeah, and then we're both taking the Titans too. Yeah, Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah. I think some of
Hey.
the other ones up top here might have some disagreement, but because there's a lot of good games actually. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Buccaneers Lions game. Holy
That is going to
moly.
be cinema.
We'll get to that in a second. I might have to be sick from work. But
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I will skip whatever I have to go make sure I can watch that whole game. The Commanders Cowboys. This is going to be a great divisional game. I think. I think it's going to be high scoring, especially with how the Commanders lost. Daniels are going to come back strong, but I think the Cowboys win this game. Actually, I'm not even kidding. I think they win this game.
it's so hard for me. I think
It's
just
good.
to add some spiciness, I think I'm going to go with the Commanders simply because they're going to. I think Bill has a career game. I think this is
I
like.
hear some glaze. I think I hear some glaze.
I don't think so. I mean,
You're
I'll
starting,
get
aren't
into
you, this
him.
week?
I am. I'm getting it. I'll
Get
get
out
into
of it.
him later. But there are certain stats that just kind of make sense. I know the announcers are glazing him like crazy. It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, they want like
Because
his dick. in
He's
their
still a
mouth. It's
third
crazy.
string. Yeah, he's still a third string running back. But I think they do. I think this is the type of game where they kind of bounce back. And with if Terry plays 100% Commanders, it kind of gives the vibe of it's hard to pick against the Cowboys with how good and CeeDee Lamb might come back too. It'd be kind of interesting. We have some players coming back to both teams, but I think just
For
to add
sure.
spiciness, I think I'm going to take Commanders. I think I don't know. I like their defense is pretty good, and I think that Terry and Debo and JCM and I think Daniels, I think they're all just going to torch that Cowboys D. But it'll be
They
an exciting
will.
game for sure. It'll be a really good one.
This other one's a great game. Man, these last 4 games are amazing. Falcons 49ers.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you
that's
think?
tough. I don't even know what to say for this one. Oh, man. I might go. I think I'm going to go Falcons. No, I can't. No, I'm going to go 49ers. I got to go 49ers. I think bounce back game for them. I think Kittle back is going to cook the Falcons.
Is Kittle coming back?
Yeah, he is coming back. He's off IR.
Okay. If
I'm
Kittle's
pretty
coming
sure
back,
he's if he's back, the 49ers win. If he's not back, I think the Falcons win. I think he's the deciding player in this game.
I like that. I think this is cool too because it's the top 2 running backs
I know, yeah.
are playing each other. I would say I think other than Taylor, I think it's pretty universal that people would say CMC and Bijan are the best 2 right
Yeah.
now. So I don't know who I'm gonna pick. I think I'm gonna take the Niners. I think this is the type of game right after a team beats the Bills and is looking incredible and on a run. The Niners kind of slug one out and keep in the game, and it's on prime time too. So I think I'll take Niners.
All right.
Ninners.
Ninners.
Okay, next game.
Bucks Vikings.
Such a good game. I'm taking
Let's look-
Bucks. We already.
Yeah,
Well,
Bucks.
I think
I think
Evans
Bucks.
might come back too. I can't pick against the Bucks. Baker Mayfield's him until I see otherwise. And it's not like I got Bucky's out. Rashad White's amazing too. And some of their rookies or wide receivers are looking great. There's still a small chance that Igbuka plays.
I doubt he is, though. I think they'll
I
probably
doubt
draft
it,
him.
and they have Kate Otten, so I don't know.
See.
I think I want to take Buccaneers. I can't pick against them until they show.
My heart says Buccaneers, but I don't know. The Lions.
Your brain says Lions.
I think the Lions might give it to them. I would not be surprised if Amon-Ra has like a multi-touchdown game, if Gibbs runs for over 100 yards.
It does have the feeling of this is where all of a sudden the Lions win 52-4. You're
Exactly.
like, what on earth am I looking at?
I think the Bucs are too depleted right now to compete with such a high-scoring offense that just came off of a very disappointing, angry loss. And I think the Lions might. I think it might be more out of hand than people anticipate in this game. I'm going to
I'm
take
taking
Lions.
Bucks. They just got that player suspended too, Branch.
Branch is good, but I don't know. I think they still have some
taking
good defensive
Bucs.
players.
Mayfield is
Lions.
him.
Mayfield is him. I think Mayfield's still going to have a
Mayfield's
great
gonna
game.
win. Goff is not. He doesn't have the same blood in his veins. Anyways, last game's also really good.
Seahawks. I know. We go Seahawks though.
I'm picking Texans.
Man,
I think.
we had no splits except for one, and now we have 4 splits. I like
Some of
this.
it's like I don't know if it's like because like you're picking and then I want to pick the difference, but I think I have a take later on. I think JSN's not going to play that well. I think Stingley's going to lock him down pretty well, and I think they're going to have trouble moving the ball. And I think CJ Stroud and Nico Collins are going to be able to put something together and get a win. I think it's kind of a statement. I feel like it's that kind of thing after everyone's like, oh my gosh, Seattle's a number 3 team, and then they kind of show why we didn't think so coming into the season. But
we'll have to see. I mean, awesome slate of games. I'm so excited to watch this week.
It should be so good.
I mean,
don't have driver's school this time too. You can actually watch it. Absolute W. But
I mean, yeah. I mean, just trying to think of some more headlines that we should cover. We already talked about the Bucks injuries. We talked about the Seahawks a bit. I mean, it will be interesting with the running back situation. Once again, it's going to be just a struggle the rest of the season, I guess, because neither of them are viable fantasy options. I don't know. I think that might be a deciding factor in the Texans game. I don't know about you, but I don't know. As a fan, as a Kenneth Walker manager, I don't know. He's on my bench right now, and he's going to stay there until he proves himself.
yeah,
And then we also
I'm taking Texans.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be tough.
We'll
Another
see.
interesting thing, since we're talking about the Monday night games, is the Lions running back situation. 'Cause I don't know if you saw, but Campbell said he wants to split the backfield more than they are. So that means giving Gibbs less snaps, which makes no sense because Gibbs is one of the best running backs in the game.
Yeah, I think Monty's underrated though. I don't hate it.
He's
I
underrated,
think
but-
it's hard because he's their bruiser back. I feel like Gibbs is kind of flashy and makes plays, but I think Monty like moves the chains a lot. I think there's a lot of plays from last year you can point to where he's getting hit in the backfield and he gets a 20-yard run. So I feel like that's more of like Monty, and then Gibbs is much more of that third down back. You dump it off to him and he's going to make a man miss. So
Yeah.
I think not playing Montgomery is not the right move, and I think it rests Gibbs so that he can make plays. And I think if it's depending on what the game's looking like, maybe Gibbs gets a lot more snaps at the end and he's more rested. It's hard to say, but I don't hate the move at all. So
we'll see how it goes.
they have the best running back duo in the NFL. I think they should use it, in my opinion. But
Yeah, for sure. And then the last thing was that the Panthers running back situation will be very interesting this week.
yes,
I mean, they play against who they play against. I forget who they play, but I mean Hubbard's practicing again
Jets.
this week. Jets, that's right. So it's going to be honestly a test of who runs better. Is it going to be Hubbard or is it going to be Dowdle? And I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I don't know how it's going to be actually. I don't know how many snaps they're going to even give Dowdle. I hope they give him a lot, but I wouldn't be surprised if they give him like 30% or 40%.
yeah, I think it'll be more of a 50-50, but I think
hope
it's
so.
just you can't just take the job away from Chuba because Dowdle did good when he was gone because he could have done the same thing. But I think it's just hot hands is kind of how they're going to play it.
Yeah, they should.
But the Panthers can't afford to stick to stuff that's not working. They have a star player. It looks great. It's making their fan base excited. I think they're going to lean into it.
For sure.
Yeah. So
Talk about some players.
I think so. Standouts. You
I'll
go
bring
first.
one of my people out. Actually, I'll bring two. I already mentioned Judkins, so I'm not going to rehash that. But I do have Jaden Daniels, like we mentioned in the Cowboys and Commanders game. And like you said, too, I mean, I think he's going to have a great game. Definitely a bounce-back game. I still take the Cowboys, though. I think both QBs had like a 4-touchdown game. I think Daniels is going to play really good, though. I just think they're going to get unlucky on defense and maybe have like a fumble again or something, or just like a bad interception off like a drop pass. That might be the deciding factor.
So for me, my first quarterback, I actually put Fields and Dart. I don't think Fields is necessarily going to throw for 300 yards, but I think he's going to run it, and I think he's going to kind of move the ball against the terrible Panthers defense. I think we're going to have one of those kind of garbage time Fields games where he has a great game, at least for fantasy. That's kind of more, I'm looking at some of these players more for fantasy. I think Dart too, even though it's a good Broncos defense, I think he's just kind of him. I don't think they're going to win, but I think Dart's going to have a good game, and I think he's going to kind of show why he's maybe a franchise caliber QB. Definitely 2 hot takes because you could easily say that they're going to be terrible this week. I know Seth might think that, but I just was kind of looking at it, and it's hard to just pick like Dak Prescott's playing the Commanders. It's going to be a shootout. I just wanted to pick 2 people that I think are going to do well that easily could not, and those are my 2 for sure.
Yeah, well then, 2 of my wide receivers that I thought was sticking out, and like one I already said was Odunze. I mean, I think he's gonna have a great game. Not even like a bounce back game from the Commanders, but just like points and catches, I guess, for fantasy. I mean, I think just if he nails a couple of those throws, I think that like he has a great game. I think it'll be similar because I think he'll actually get them. And then the other person I had was actually Jalen Waddle. It's your boy, your favorite boy, Jalen Waddle. I think he's gonna have a good game. I think Tua's gonna find him a lot, and I think he's gonna get a lot of yards after catch. Is my guess. That's my prediction.
Yep, that's Waddle for you. Best wide receiver in the league, right, Seth?
Oh yeah, he's honestly the best player. He should be MVP right now.
I think he should be. I
do have a question.
My next couple play, yeah.
So, if Waddle was like standing in front of you right now, like what would you do?
I wouldn't be able to do anything. I'd just be frozen with delight, and I'd just stare deep into his eyes, and we'd just have a moment. And I would let him know I've always believed in him more than anybody else does. And I'll let him know next time a girl makes him sad, I'll still be here for him.
What if he like just had boxes on in your room? What would you then?
Kids might be watching.
Anyways, next player. Who do you got?
No comment. Let your imagination do the rest for you. Yeah.
Don't let it do that. Don't let it do that. Anyways, hey, Harold Fannin, he's had a great performance this week. I don't even know who they play. He's had a great performance. How about you? Anyone good?
Anyone good? I think okay, I think he's gonna be great. I think Fannin's gonna turn into
You talking about Waddle still? Like what?
No. I wish. But I think Fannon's
I wish.
No, it's just because I think he's going to be the Browns' like #1 option going forward.
Yeah.
Because out of all the receivers, I think. Not
I can't. I'm gonna call it. Continue, please continue.
This is your fault. But I know. I think.
That was your fault there.
Okay. My next guy, JCM, I already talked about him. I think he's gonna have a pretty good game last week.
Okay,
Are you
just go.
laughing?
I'm muting. Go.
He had 17 carries, which is. We'll cut it.
No, we're not. Okay, we're skipping players. We're not talking about players.
Okay. Underachievers.
Well, who do you got first?
My first guy. Let me load real quick. Okay. Scattaboo. I think he's gonna have I don't think he's gonna have a good game. I think Denver's gonna shut him down. I don't think he's really gonna do much. I think Dart's gonna have a good game. I think he's gonna spread the ball around. But Scattaboo just had a crazy performance, but I just don't think he's going to be able to back it up against the Broncos D. That's just looked incredible. It just kind of seems like a game where he's not going to be startable.
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, a running back I had actually was Devon Achane. I think Waddle's going to carry this game, bro. I don't think Devon Achane's going to do anything against a really good Browns defense, at least at the run. But I mean, they're going to have to really rely on Jaden Waddle and just give it all to him. I think so. I don't think Achane's going to be having a great game like he did the week before. But yeah, what about you? Any other players?
I think Ferguson's. I think if CeeDee Lamb comes back, I think Ferguson's going to drop and he's going to be just like a very average tight end again. That maybe gets 3 or 4 targets a game, but there's just no reason for Prescott to be dumping it off to Ferguson when he has both Pickens and CeeDee Lamb out there. And then at the same time, I also think JSN's going to have a down game. He's probably still going to be startable. I'm not saying to bench him, but I think just with, again, I was talking Stingley, I think he's going to lock him down and going to force Darnold to kind of spread it around other receivers.
Yeah, well,
I
speaking of
have
tight
my
ends,
boy McBride
I
on
do have
here.
McBride. I think the Packers defense is just going to give a lot of pressure, and I don't know. I think McBride has had some very solid outlooks so far for fantasy so far this year, but I think it just happens for players. I think he's just going to have an off week, maybe get like 8 or 9 points, but nothing like bad that people should worry about. He's just going to get shut down a bit, but he might not even get so many like looks, so I don't think it's anything to worry about. I just could see him have an off game.
Good crazy take. I don't even know what you're thinking, to be honest.
Just wait, just you wait to see.
Put up 21 points for me last week. He's going to put up
Exactly.
30 this week.
Nope, nope. He's getting 8.3. That's what he's gonna get. 8.3. You heard it here first.
Fake news. Also, back to what we were talking about, there is one player I saw that I want to mention. If Puka doesn't play, Adams is must start. I think because Adams is already viable. Puka gone, I think he's still a great receiver. I know he's getting old, but I think if Puka's gone, I think Adams is putting up at least probably 30 to be honest.
He could,
at least 20 points. I think he's gonna go off. And then also I said Olave. I think it's his breakout game.
Could be, yeah,
So-
like you already mentioned before. We'll just have to see how they do against
Yeah.
difficult
And then
teams.
also I did want to say JCM. He got 17 carries and only 2 other running backs. I think there was only 2 other carries on the team. So
wow.
he didn't get a lot of catches. He only got 1, but he got 90% of the touches. So I just think against the Dallas team, 17 carries is going to turn into 20, 25 points.
Yeah.
Hate watch, best part.
Yes. I think I'll start us off. I mean, the team that I thought about first was the Jets. I mean, like I already mentioned before, McGarrett Wilson owner. I think he's also just a good player on a terrible, terrible team. But I mean, I just hope they get destroyed. So that just shows how badly they do need to use Wilson more because he is the best player on the team by far. It's so bad to see him just suffer and waste his prime having Justin Fields, a literal running back as his QB. This isn't even a Justin Fields hate. This is just the Jets organization and just the Jets team as a whole. This includes Aaron Glenn, rest of the coaching staff, the owner, Jets fans. I don't care. Just as long as they fail and lose this game, I'm happy.
I agree. I hate the Jets. I actually think Fields is a cool player, but
He's just not working with the Jets right now. He needs to leave.
No.
He needs to leave for his sake, and Garrett Wilson needs to leave for the rest of his career. The Jets are just poverty franchise to the finest.
my next hate watch is wide receiver hamstrings. Some of them with their ankles, but every single wide receiver, he's hurt. Oh, what he hurt? Hamstring. Oh, what he hurt? Hamstring. I think all 3 of the Bucs wide receivers are hamstring
Yeah,
injuries.
I think so. And then CeeDee Lamb was also a hamstring injury.
And Puka.
Yeah.
And Quentin Johnson.
They're all
literally
legs.
and CeeDee Lamb. Every single one of these guys is a hamstring injury.
So bad.
Why?
Hamstrings just suck. They're useless muscles apparently. They only get pulled.
It's so stupid. At least if we're gonna fake injuries, guys, that's creativity maybe. At least Neighbors tore his ACL.
Yeah, that's
Shout out to Neighbors for being different. I see you.
Yeah.
I actually wish you
Standing out
didn't.
these-
I wish it was just a
hamstrings.
hamstring because I have you on 2 of my teams, but don't need you. Good job being different.
We got Scat and we got Dart, and maybe Wandale Robinson. But yeah, next person I have is your little precious boy, not Watt.
I love JJ.
JJ McCarthy.
I love
He's
JJ.
going to shit the bed horrendously. And I want them to realize that, wait a minute, Carson Wentz is better than this guy. Why do we give up Sam Darnold for this dude we never saw play in the NFL before? And why is Carson Wentz the definition of washed? Why is he better than JJ McCarthy? And I hope the Vikings see that because I think it's just funny. I think it's so funny how often the Vikings just make horrible, horrible decisions to keep or cut players. I think it's going to happen again with JJ McCarthy. I think 2 or 3 years down the road, they're going to be like, why do we do that? As Sam Darnold goes to the Super Bowl or wins MVP, I think that's what's going to happen. And I think this is the start, and I'm preying on this man's downfall because I want Jefferson to have a good QB because he's a great receiver, and I want him to succeed. But I think JJ's going to be horrible. No.
What terrible takes you've had. My next hate watch is Phillips. So if Jalen Phillips learned how to hug the QB and then like put him like on the ground, the Dolphins might not be 1-5. He walks up to Herbert, has him completely wrapped, stands there for a few minutes, and then just let's go and falls over. It's just
40-yard gain.
and he's such a good player too. I don't know what the hell he's
Yeah.
doing.
Maybe he has a
Ridiculous.
crush on Herbert. He just
This
wanna,
literally
like,
happens all game long. We like wrap up the QB. Phillips almost sack again. It's ridiculous. And it's like I'm not even hating on him for being bad. He's getting to the QB so much. Just sack him, please.
not too difficult.
And then also Parsons, just because he's not that good. That's my hot take. He's really really good, but his stats this year have not been worth what the Packers gave up for him. 2 first-round picks. Obviously, they're double teaming him, so that's part of the reason. And he opens it up for the rest of the defense, and he does make a difference. But until he needs to start, he needs to have a big game. Otherwise, the Packers just sold what could turn into some incredible players for just yeah.
And did you? I don't know if you saw this, but he was ranked 3rd for Defensive Player of the Year this morning. And I was like, so we have him over some of these Broncos players. We have him over Nick Bonito. I was like, I actually almost was going to include Parsons, but then I saw you put it down there, so I was like, what are you talking about this? But I was like,
Yeah,
we're really
that's what
gonna
I'm
do
talking
this.
about.
That's crazy.
It has nothing to do with like Parsons is a good player.
Yeah.
The glaze needs to stop.
Yeah.
It's
not even
ridiculous.
Parsons. It's Parsons Glazers that need to just shut
Yeah,
up and
exactly.
stop.
I don't mind Parsons. He's actually a decent guy. He's actually not that bad of an attitude. I understand why he was having problems with Cowboys. They weren't paying him. But he why Parsons? Can we pick someone else to be excited about, please?
On our last one. Wait, I thought you were done. Say your
I
closing
am
remark.
done.
Okay,
I'm done now. God.
Say what you want. I thought you were.
I actually didn't have anything to say. I just had to make fun of you since you acted like you cut me off. I'm not giving you an easy time. You made me laugh for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was bad. Anyways, this one I'm not laughing about at all. This one, I don't know if you guys know the game Clash Royale. There's a certain deck running mid-ladder right now, around 9,200 trophies. It's a Hog Firecracker Mega Knight, and I've never experienced more cancer in my life before that, and that's coming from a man who has had cancer actually before. So when I keep seeing this deck every single time I play, I actually genuinely want to uninstall the game every time. And I'm this close to just, I don't even know. I'm gonna lose it on these guys though.
Where they
They
play
have
the
no skill.
firecracker, and it's about to cross the bridge, and then they put a knight in front. And by the time you kill the knight, it's all the way back behind the king tower, and it's somehow still hitting your princess tower.
Yes,
And then there's
exactly.
another one, and then you kill it. And then
And
once
there's
their knight's
5 on the
gone,
team.
there's another
You're like,
firecracker.
why is
And then
there-
you kill
why
it,
is
and
there
there's
5?
another one on the other side, and you finally get to your spell. Oh my gosh, get rid of it. And then it just jumps back 10 tiles, and your spell misses. That might be a skill issue,
what just landed?
but-
Mega Knight, and I just throw my phone across the room. It's so bad. I can't take it anymore. They need to.
I'm at
remove
15,000
these cards.
trophies, so I don't have as much trouble as this little guy over here, but I understand the pain.
Okay, keep sucking. Anyways, finish this off
My
with
next hate.
someone.
So we play Reload Fortnite. It's our favorite pastime. And the other day, I wish we had actually clipped it. It would make this episode a lot
Oh
more
my god,
spicy.
we should've
I
clipped
thought
it.
about that today.
Oh,
So we were in
man.
Ed game. It was me and Seth versus a team, right?
Shitting on
There was a 4. It was a squad. Our other 2 teammates were dead. They were actually terrible. We were just diamond, rinky dinky. We ran in a house real quick because they were launching a couple rocket launchers at us. Don't even get me started about rocket launchers.
Pumpkin
But
launchers.
that's pumpkin launchers. That's for another video. We ran in a house to heal up real quick, and then all of a sudden we hear it. And then there's another one. And then all of a sudden the roof comes crashing down, and there's 4 chainsaws getting shoved up my booty hole.
Double penetration. Eiffel Tower on us. It was bad.
I've never been violated like that in my life. It was
brutal.
terrible. We were alive and we weren't. I had a moment to capture what was happening. I don't even know how they all got there, but chainsaw needs to go. And that's coming from a proud chainsaw owner.
This
Nobody
man
else
loved
should
it.
be using it.
It should be gone.
It's not okay. And the best part, I'm still gonna play Reload tonight. But
Hey, we're still gonna get shit on, right?
I'm still gonna
Let's
get
go.
violated, but I can still complain, and I know you guys are gonna care, and you guys are gonna have empathy for me.
We appreciate it.
I still hope. It's probably not gonna happen, but
Oh
yeah,
well.
we had a shout out to a couple rough parts of our life. So
Yeah, thank you all for watching this episode. And we do have an Instagram and Twitter set up, and those
Uh-huh.
links will be in our channel bio if you are interested, or if you did come from one of those. I appreciate you checking us out a bit more. I mean, we just started this not even a week ago, and I mean, we've made decent progress so far, I'd say. We have a couple subscribers,
Got
we have
some
some
views on our
follows, got
shorts.
some likes, some views, but yeah, we're gonna keep it up. But yeah, thank you all for
Yeah.
watching, even if you watch it late. Anything is appreciated. Comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want.
yeah,
Don't
for
matter
sure.
to us.
Give
Yeah,
us
thank you.
ideas too. If there's something you want to see, we'll be more than happy to. We're the content creators that will literally work in anything, just
Yep.
for anybody that's
Absolutely.
actually watching us. I know it's not very many right now, but this is the time to actually, if you want us to rank something for you,
Anything.
that's what we're here.
Absolutely
Just anything where we'd be happy to. We'd have fun doing it. So
Mhm.
don't be scared to comment.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you guys next week reacting to some of these games.
Hell yeah.